Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Classic. Robert Rambles here, and thank you for joining me today. We are going to head right out, and we're going to find some Underbelly scales from these dragon whelps that are over here. We've been in their vicinity numerous times, so now it's time to take the fight to them and get this quest done. We don't need these lurking orcs. So we'll try to leave them for somebody who does need them. And then after we do that, I'm going to make my way over to the east and finally finish Solomon's Law that we started probably about 6 or 7 episodes ago. If not more than that. I thought I'd seen whelplings kind of right over in this area. Although maybe not. Down here I know there's a bunch of spiders and condors. And that's cool for the cooking quest. Well, it's not actually a cooking quest now, is it? Ridge Goulash. Can track that. Can't say that we're going to complete it. No, there are some whelps down there. So maybe we just go down here and clear our way to some of this stuff. Today is Wednesday, September 25th, so the 8.2.5 patch came out for retail yesterday. And all of that lore is now up on the internet. I've watched the cinematics and whatnot. Not going to spoil anything for anybody. Nothing totally unpredictable happened though. And nothing happened that made me want to go into the game and experience those quests for myself. I think I got everything out of them that I need by watching all the videos. Oh, we don't need that right now. Just not seeing a lot of whelps. I'd like to get into an area with a little bit more whelp density. Lots of spiders. More orcs. And some cages. Weird. Nothing in them. Alright, we're firmly in orc territory now. Let's backtrack a little bit. I swear we've seen groups of these whelps. Not too far from Lakeshire. I wonder if they share spawns with the rest of the creatures in this area. And by that I mean maybe a spider spawns, maybe a whelp spawns, maybe a condor spawns kind of thing. When one dies. Yeah, our inventory being full is not going to help us on a collection quest. I'm going to fix that and we'll come right back out. Alright, well we've got some empty bags now, and it turns out that there's quite a few of these guys potentially to the south of Lakeshire, which makes sense. Because if you think about it, most of what we've done in Red Ridge has actually been in the north and the northeast. So finding these guys south makes absolute sense. The quest says that some of them wander, so that might explain some of the ones we find to the north, but I'm hoping that we find bigger groups down here. And it looks like that's probably going to be the case. And we can grab some boars and anything else we see to help us with Ridge Goulash. Part of me wants to complete these last few quests, turn in everything that's already completed, ditch everything else, and go into Duskwood, which I think we're at a very good level at. Another part of me wants to go all the way over to South Shore. So I'm interested in what you guys think about those two choices. Would you rather see Duskwood? Or would you rather see some stuff in Darkshore? I'm really cool with either. I haven't done any questing pre-Kata in Duskwood. The Hillsbrad Foothills I'm pretty familiar with, as familiar as you can be with something that you did 13 years ago at least. I'm familiar with that area a little bit from Vanilla and BC, so that would be more familiar to me, but the Alliance quest I've never done. I don't know if they are similar or totally different. I'm assuming since we're going to be far to the south in Hillsbrad that they'd probably be totally different, but... So up to you guys. If you have any input on that, I'd love to hear it. I'm waiting for him to start casting. There we go. Lucky for us, that's quite a long cast time he's got there. Assuming it's some kind of fireball. Gonna help Mawin out here a little bit and take this dragon whelp off his back. I'm just kind of at a point where, you know, we're obviously doing quests where some of the mobs are gray, so we're not getting any kill experience at all. And I know that if we go to, over to Hillsbrad or if we go into Duskwood, everything's going to be at our level just about, or within a couple levels of us, and we'll just be getting more experience. It'll be more efficient. As much as I'd like to finish out complete zones, sometimes with the leveling in Classic, it doesn't really work out that way. We've done quite a bit of jumping around. We got to a point where we had quests that were too difficult for our level to now everything is getting green or gray. And as easy as it is to fight gray mobs, I'd rather not. Let's head back a little ways to the west, or I'm sorry, to the east, because I know directions. Hello, Tarantula. Really want to focus on getting the Underbelly whelp scales. So, let's see if we can make that happen. They might not be this far to the west, though. Also to the east, though. So I'm not seeing any. And they said south of Lakeshire in the quest, so they might mean directly and only directly south of Lakeshire, which would just be this area here. The area that I just circled with my cursor that you may or may not be able to see. Basically the area directly around the road and south of the lake. Here we go. What else could we ask for but to wander into one while our map is up? The drop rate's not too awful. I think it helps that we outlevel them a bit. Though I could be totally wrong about that. Could just be that we're killing them faster. Because we outlevel them by quite a bit. Killing them so fast that charge isn't up yet. Oh my god, we're stuck on a bush. Okay, we're fine. It's all fine. Expert maneuvering skills. What's this over here, like a ballistay or something? Yeah, it's a ballistay. Looks like it is no longer in service. It concerns me that it's like aimed directly at the bridge. Maybe orcs? Perhaps how the bridge got destroyed in the first place? I don't think that's how it went. I could have swore I saw a V-bar pop just now. Maybe it was the spider, although that seems kind of far away. After really thinking about it, I think that I just want to go into Duskwood. I think it'd be really cool to see South Shore because I never have seen it, but... I mean, we can get up there. It's just a matter of what it's going to take, so we could come into Menethil Harbor, and then through the Arathi Highlands. That run might not be too bad. Or we can just go south into Duskwood. Potentially we'll be doing both. We might be doing some jumping between the two. But I think my first step after I finish up the quest that we basically have completed, or actually have completed, I'll clear out the quest log. And we'll head into Duskwood. And I think I ran down there once and didn't grab the flight point like an idiot. I'll have to check on that. I think I did run down there a while ago to see what level the quests were, and they were too high for us at that time. And if I had been smart, I would have grabbed the flight point, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. But that's okay. It'll be a quick run, especially for you guys. But I think we'll be doing that next time. I guess I don't need any more great gore tusks now, so no reason to continue slaughtering the gore tusk of Redbridge Mountains. We'll leave that for the level 18 through 20 adventurers out there. Still in combat. Yes, I'm fighting another greater gore tusk. We also picked up a quest to go into the stockades, which I forgot about, as an Alliance dungeon that is accessible in Stormwind. I And I'm really hoping, so that means we have a quest to go into the stockades, and we also have one quest to go into Blackfathom Deeps. And I'm really hoping that this evening I will have the time to set up one of those runs. And I guess the stockades run will probably be the easiest to organize, with the entrance being right there in the Stormwind. And I'm currently on the wrong continent to do Blackfathom Deeps. So maybe a stockades run this evening. For some reason I remember the stockades not being seen as a traditional dungeon back in Classic. I never did the stockades pre-Cataclysm, pre-Group Finder, because I didn't play Alliance. So I'm not sure, but I definitely want to check it out and get the quest done. And if you want to know what that quest is, you'll have to check out the video. I will say that if I remember correctly, we get a sword upgrade from it. So it's definitely something we want to do. I just want to point out that we just got our last Underbelly scale, and then of course there's 3 of them that spawn basically in our way of getting back to town. It's a good thing we can kill them in like 5 hits. Nothing from that guy. Let's head back to town and get this turned in. And then I think we're going to have to do the warrior quest, because I definitely don't want to forget that.
You need something?
I know that greedy Argus will send someone to collect his scales if I don't give them to him soon. Have you found the scales yet? I did. It took us a long time, Werner, and I thought we were done with all your problems. He's not going to give us anything useful, unfortunately. But he wants us to do something else. What does he want? The Dwarven District of Stormwind. There's a Dwarven weaponsmith in Stormwind, Grimald Elmore, who sent that word that he needs help with a delivery. We're not going to grab this.
Have a good one.
It's a breadcrumb that, quite frankly, we don't need right now. What we are going to do is run over and do this warrior quest, which we'll pick up in the inn, and we basically already rehearsed our route. We're going to run to the actual west and then north, and that's going to take us into the cave that we need to go in to complete this trial. It's going to be a timed quest.
No.
And we'll read it again just so we remember. I call my challenge the Rethban Gauntlet. To pass the trial, all you must do is enter the Rethban Caverns to the first fork, then return here. Easy, except there are a few wrinkles. You have to return within an hour. There are whole heaps of Red Ridge Knolls in the way. Before you start, you have to take a swig of my family's signature drink, Barley Brew Scalder. Okay, we can do that.
Good.
We took a swig, and I guess maybe we're intoxicated. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty messed up. But thankfully, it's not going to slow down our movement speed. And it's not doing anything wonky with my vision or with the camera, so we are good. I am not going to stop and see what she wants. That's a trap. That's going to waste time. And if they're giving us an hour, I doubt we're going to need an hour. I mean, I hope not. Especially since we already know exactly where we're going. Let's just see if we can actually get there. There is a way up, but it's over here. Here it is. Briarthorn. Do we need Briarthorn? We certainly need Briarthorn. I am going to stop and pick this up. And if that ends up being what breaks this quest, well, then we deserve it. It's weird that in the combat log under what happened to me, I see like other people crafting stuff if they're close to me. I mean, that's not happening to me. It's happening in my vicinity, sure. Let's avoid that. We could probably crush them. But we're gonna go around. We'll probably have to take on the guys up there. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going. Let's take out the Mystic first. Come on, start casting. There you go. Oh, he's gonna pull that whole group. If he pulls that whole group, we're gonna be screwed. No, he's just casting from back there. Let's pull this guy over here. And hope that we line of sight him. I think he just died of rend, which is excellent for us. We got pretty lucky there. He could have easily pulled that entire group. And I don't know if we could have taken 5 all at once. Especially because I don't have retaliation up. To the first fork. That's it? And then we go back? Okay. Well, we got that at a much lower level. So maybe killing these couple of gnolls would have been harder? I don't know. Maybe if you didn't know where it was, I guess. Like if you were just reading the quest for the first time and decided just to run out and do it. We didn't take the quest, we found the cavern first. Which seemed like the smart thing to do given the time limit. But yeah, that was easy enough, and we'll see if it changes into anything. It very well may. Could probably jump down right here. Like, we got back before our buzz wore off. How pro is that? Don't answer that question. It's rhetorical. Alright, Yoris Barely Brew, what do you have to say now? You made it. Well done. 3 cheers for you.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright. I saw a follow-up pop up, so we're going to let him do his little cheering bit. And then we're going to see what he has in store for us next.
How are you?
You really showed what you were made of when you ran the Rethban Gauntlet. And I'm true to my word. I'll get you the reward I promised. Except it's in Stormwind. Talk to my friend Furin Longbeard in the Dwarven district of Stormwind. He's the best shieldsmith you'll ever meet, and he owes me a big favor. Here, take Furin this cask of barley brew Skelder and ask him for a shield. He'll give you a nice one. Yeah. Well, it's not as nice as what we have, unfortunately. Although, like, it looks badass. In a world pre-transmog, that doesn't really help us, but hey, it looks really cool.
See you soon.
Please don't bring transmog to Classic, ever. Nothing against transmog, I know there are people who love it. I just knew a few people who that was basically, it seemed like all they played the game for at a certain point in BFA, and I just had to ask myself, I don't know, that's not a motivation for me to play a game, it's just to collect cosmetics. That's like something else, I don't know. It's a cool addition. It's not something I would play a game for. Now I did check, we don't have the flight point to get us down to Duskwood. What I am going to do is quickly, I'm going to go knock out this Shadowhide Pendant and get that quest completed. Well, we finally did it. We completed both Solomon's Law and Ridge Goulash. Now, you could look at the time there under the minimap, and you can see how long I spent grinding. It seemed like quite a while. 2 things that made it okay were the respawn rate in the little valley where the spiders and birds were, and of course the fact that we out-leveled those guys. And I guess the third thing was that they were still green for us, so we were still getting a little bit of kill experience for them. So let's turn in Solomon's Law to the bailiff here. The Court of Lakeshire recognizes your commitment to justice. By enforcing the laws of the kingdom, you have helped us uphold the justice of the land.
See you later.
And that's level 25 for us. Perfect. And let's go find where to turn in Ridge Goulash. I would think the inn, but we'll see. Well, it's not in the inn, it's up here. Back in one of these cottages.
Hello.
Alright, let's see. Well done. Such fine specimens too. And here is your delicious delicacy known as Ridge Goulash. If we ever work on our cooking,
Have a good one.
these recipes will come in useful. Real quick, let's check out our talent tree and see what we want to do here. Thinking about potentially going into a dungeon later. I'm tempted to grab a point in tactical mastery. Same part of me kind of feels like that's a little bit wasteful, but retaining up to 10, so we could charge, we'll get 15 rage. If we put 3 points in this, I'm thinking that we'll just keep our 15 rage, right? And I do want to get down to deep wounds, which means we need some more points in this tier anyway. Let's go tactical mastery. And we're just going to live with that. We want to get down to deep wounds at least. I'm not going to take two-handed specialization. Increase the critical strike damage bonus of your abilities in battle, defensive. This might be worth it. Sweeping strikes. This requires battle stance, otherwise it would be useful for tanking, but it's not going to be useful for tanking. Over here, we'll probably put some points into toughness, obviously. The 15% chance to stun for 3 seconds. I don't know how interested I am in that. This, I definitely need. Increases threat generation of our attacks and defensive stance. So we'll go here next, and then into Defiance. We're gonna have to grab Last Stand at some point, which means we're gonna have to spend points on Improved Blood Rage. Alright, I think that is a good place to take a break. I am going to... See, this is a shame. I am gonna head to Stormwind, and we will turn this in and pick up our shield. And then I think our next move, besides dungeons that I want to do, is just going into Duskwood and just starting there with kind of a clean slate. I'm thinking we're at the perfect level to start questing there, and then if we need to jump to anywhere else, we'll go check out South Shore. So it's just going to kind of give us a fresh slate. We're going to get rid of most of the quests that we haven't been working on in the rest of the zones we've been in. And that's kind of my plan. Let me know what you guys think. If you liked the video today, please give me a like. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more WoW videos, please subscribe and ring the bell. That's what YouTube really looks at these days for if people are enjoying content or not. And as always, any comments, criticisms, feel free to leave them below. Until next time, take care and wish me luck.